Yo, it's your boy Lil Keem checking in. We hopping off the porch on my boy Dirty Glove Bastard.
Gotta keep my 9. I stay with them millimeters, shoot him in the spine. If he move a centimeter, game my.
All right, so we got Lil Keem off the porch with us today.
What's up? How you doing?
I'm feeling great, man. How you feeling today, bro?
For sure, I'm good. You know, feeling it.
Yeah, I appreciate you coming by today, man.
Appreciate you having me.
Yeah. What do you got shaking here in Atlanta for this trip?
Yeah, I came up here for this interview. I came all the way down here from Fayetteville, North Carolina, a little 5-hour trip. But definitely, this is my first time coming up here since I've been making music. So I'm coming up here, networking, expanding my areas. You know how it go. Okay.
So you're originally from, is it Rayford, North Carolina?
Yeah, that's how you pronounce it, Rayford. But it's better known as Bucktown, though. The Buck.
The Buck, man. Yeah, so what goes down in the Buck?
Shit, it go down in the Buck. You know, like, it's a small city though, so like majority of the people, they know everybody that stay down there. You got 2 middle schools, East Hope, West Hope, East on the east side, West on the west side, then 1 high school, that's Hope County High School. So everybody from the whole city, they go to that high school. And
oh, wow.
Yeah, so, but yeah, it go down. You better, yeah, people from the Buck and everybody else around, surrounding areas, they know how it go down in the Buck.
Yeah. What's it to do up there?
You said what's it to do?
Yeah.
Well, most of the stuff to do is in Fayetteville because Rayford ain't even got a mall and none of that. The biggest thing we got in Rayford is the Buck. The biggest thing we got in the Buck is the Walmart. We ain't got the mall. The closest mall in Fayetteville, North Carolina, where J. Cole from.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. So you go to Fayetteville if you want to go bust a move. If you stay in Rayford, you really gonna just be in Rayford, you know.
Yeah.
Doing what you do.
So at what age would you say you jumped off the porch?
Shit, I say I jumped off the porch at, let me see, really 16. I got an older brother, he's 26. That's my role model for real, no cap. Like, growing up, I watched him, you know, he got them been in and out, had his shit, been in and out the jail, all that. He done did everything you can name out there in the street, so I got to learn from him. I ain't never been booked, you know. I stayed out, you know how that shit go, but it can happen just like that. You just gotta move right.
Yeah.
But for sure, you know, I've been out there, no cap.
So you learned from his mistakes then, huh?
Yeah,
you didn't have to learn them yourself.
Sure. That's why I'm blessed. I'm blessed to have an older brother. I get to learn from him.
Yeah.
You know, that's a big advantage.
Yeah. And you played sports in high school?
Yep. I played football, basketball, and ran track. But football, that was my main sport growing up. I ain't gonna lie. I was chasing hoop dreams. I'll say like the average kid growing up. I wanted to be in the NFL. You know, that was my main thing growing up as a kid. Before I jumped off the porch and actually got to see the real world, I was just really on my sports bag.
Yeah.
But it wasn't till, well, let's take it back to 8th grade when I was at East Hope, cause I went to East Hope. You know, I'm working East Side. You already know how that go. But 8th grade year, the East Hope versus West Hope game, that was the main rivalry game. East Hope versus West Hope game, that was the main rivalry game that would go on every year. And you know, the whole city would pop out of there. And that'd be at the high school Hope. So that game right there, 8th grade, I was 14 years old. It was halftime. I'm going up for a dunk. Landed down. I lie to you not. This how my leg was.
Ooh.
When I landed. Like, it snapped all the way.
Oh, shit.
No cap. And that was 8th grade right there. So, yeah, I was still wanting to chase chasing the sports dream growing up. So, I bounced back from that shit. 9th grade, I ain't played sports that year. I just focused on my recovery more, you feel me? So, it went till 10th grade. I hopped back playing sports for Hope High School. I did football, basketball, track again. I did my thing now. I ran a 4.340 now. If y'all know it, boy, like, hey, my city for sure, they know how I got down on that field for real, and they know I was legit with it. I ain't gonna lie about that. Then my senior night, you know they got senior night for every sport. The last home game of the season, senior night during basketball season. Same type shit. I'm starting on some dumb shit. I ain't never really started because basketball wasn't my main sport. So I was shocked I was starting. So I'm already hyped. Like, go up first quarter, Derrick Rose, jump stop, land on somebody else's foot, tore ACL and meniscus. Shit was crazy. At Hope, in the same spot, under the same court.
On the same court, really? Damn.
Shit was crazy. But yeah, so I had to sit out that whole game. Yeah, that was crazy. Okay.
Yeah. But you got a football scholarship, right?
Yeah, I had a football scholarship. I earned that my junior year to Elizabeth City State University. That's over there on the west end of North Carolina, by the waters and the oceans.
Okay.
Yeah, like, you know, on the edge of the state, at the edge of North Carolina. Yeah.
Okay.
Elizabeth City State University. I end up going there. Then after that, I had to sit out that game. I had the personal trainer, he had to help me off the court and all that. I couldn't even walk. Like, my whole knee, that shit went in the shot, no cap. Like, I knew this injury was way worse than the first injury because I was 8th grade back then. That shit was a little broken leg, you feel me? I was already good. So I knew this one, knee injury. I already know people that got knee injuries and I know it's serious. And that shit, yeah. So after that, I had to get the MRI shit. They told me, tore ACL, tore meniscus on my left leg. Both of these happened in my left leg. Still got screws in my shit. No cap. But right when I was like, they telling me, yeah, if you want to try to play sports again or really be active, like, and not be walking with a limp, you might as well get the surgery on it. So got the surgery. They had to put screws in my shit, repair my ACL and meniscus. So that went down. So, you know, I had to be in the bed bound for about a good month. So I'm sitting there. I'm at my parents' crib and shit. So, you know, I got my parents and shit. They definitely support. But I'm just sitting there recovering on my bed. Like, you know how I stayed in the bed. So I just ended up downloading GarageBand. Like, I don't know, it just came to me. Like, the mic just came to me. I got my headphones, plugged in my phone, went right under the covers, start recording music. Ever since then, like, yeah, this for sure, 100%. I already know this is what I want to do now. Like, yeah, this gonna get me out. I already know for sure.
Yeah.
But, yeah, for sure.
So how'd you end up in Fayetteville?
Well, my pops, he was in the military. Yeah, my pops went to the military already before I was born. So we did a lot of moving growing up. I was actually born in Virginia. That's where we was at when I was born. Then we moved to Rayford, the Buck. We moved to the Buck when I turned, let me see, I was about 4 years old. Yeah, 4 years old when we moved from Virginia to North Carolina. That's when we moved to the Buck. So I did all my schooling there. I grew up in the Buck, all 12 years of school. Yeah, graduated high school, all that in the Buck. So if you go to the Buck, yeah, they know Lil King. They know Keem. They know me, for real. For sure. But Fayetteville, yeah, that's the closest area, like I was saying, to the mall. So I definitely got my rank up there in Fayetteville too, for sure.
So what's the music scene like up there?
The music scene, I say it's a lot of artists working. A lot of talent out there, but it's a lot of hate too out there. Like, people don't really, like, they just stay what they got going on. It ain't as like unity as it is in the A. Like, this really my first time coming up here, so I can already see how different it is. I already been networking easily, and it's like people, like, they'll actually check me out. When you in Fayetteville, I don't know if it's just the whole North Carolina, but yeah, Fayetteville area, yeah, it ain't too much unity. Like, it's a lot of hatred. I ain't gonna lie, a lot of hatred.
All right, why do you think people overlooked the talent in North Carolina until recently?
Shout out J. Cole for sure, and shout out DaBaby for sure. They both definitely putting on for the Carolinas. But I just feel like, yeah, it take that right person to put on. And I mean, yeah, like, you gotta really go full-fledged with it, and you gotta invest and go all in with it and be able to put your city on the map. Like, you gotta do what you gotta do. It ain't easy. So it take a certain type of person to be able to get there, get to that level, honestly.
Yeah. All right, what can you tell us about your new project, Young Buck from the Jungle? Yeah,
that's my latest tape. I just dropped Young Buck from the Jungle. It's out on all platforms. I got 11 tracks on that. I got 11 tracks on there. The reason I named it Young Buck from the Jungle is because I'm 20 years old, so I still consider myself young. I ain't even 21 yet. Turned 21 in 2 months, December 23rd, turned 21. But that's where I got the young from, of course. Then, like I was saying, Rayford is known as the Buck. Don't nobody call it Rayford, for real, unless you just want to be technically. So that's where I got the Buck. And then the From the Jungle part, I just always felt like, personally, like, in my own opinion, I feel like, yeah, my life is like similar to like an animal. Like the way I grew up, like it reminded me of the jungle. So I just decided to name that project Young Buck From the Jungle, honestly.
Yeah. So you got the video for 4 Quarters out right now. What can you tell us about that song?
Yeah, 4 Quarters, that right there, that's doing numbers. I ain't gonna lie, that's definitely one of my hardest videos in my opinion. I've been working with a lot of NC video directors. Only people in NC right now. I ain't really get nobody out of NC. I ain't find the right cameraman yet. I'm working on that, but for sure, 4 Quarters, yeah, that's a quality, 100% real, yeah, bars. Go check that out. That's on YouTube. 4 Quarters, Lil King.
Who are some of the features you got on this project?
Oh nah, I ain't got no features.
Just you?
Yep, just me. All 11 tracks, just me, no features.
Yeah.
But yeah, for sure.
What about producers then? Who'd you work with?
Producers, I've been working with DJ Scooby up there in Raleigh. I got my boy Otto Wills up in Elizabeth City, AR Wings, Fayetteville, who else? And Red Room Studios. And then I just came from a session at Street Execs. My first time going down there, I just, recorded some bangers in there for real too. So I'm definitely, expanding it and working, you know.
Plan to shoot some more videos off the project?
Yeah, for sure. I'm definitely gonna shoot that. I'm gonna shoot that Lost Souls, because I was talking about like my whole injury and all that in that one. And then I'm definitely gonna drop probably that Playmaker and that One Phone Call, both of them.
Okay.
Yeah, but I definitely, got more visuals on the way, more music on the way, all that, for real.
And what can you tell us about this single you had, 9mm?
9mm, that song was basically dedicated to my older brother I was telling you about, Hot Flame, Hotter, whatever you want to call them, tattoo artist. And yeah, if you ain't heard that one, I basically was saying, gotta keep my 9. I stay with them millimeters, shoot him in the spine. If he move a centimeter, gave my brother time. Now he hyperventilating, wish I can rewind just to take him out that situation. So I was basically talking about how my brother been in and out the jail and all that with the feds. You know how that shit go down, but I basically made that for my brother. So yeah, that's really one of my good.
What was his reaction when he heard the song?
Hell yeah, you fuck with that shit. You fuck with that shit all the way. I ain't gonna lie. He tell me that one too. That's one of my hardest songs I got out, like, cause I was actually telling a story, like, for real. Like, it will, like, no cap. You can look them up.
Yeah.
And that's, yeah.
You got a new project on the way, Kingpin Keem?
Yeah, Kingpin Keem. It's dropping next month. It's gonna have 12 tracks on that. That one right there. Cause that Young Buck From the Jungle, yeah, I was more trying to like use my more melody in my voice. I like these, like as I'm right now underground, I'm just trying to pull out all like my different type of flows and my versatility and show that. So each one of my tapes, I got 3 tapes out right now, they all got different flows on it. So this Kingpin Keem, this gonna be more like track beats, yeah, club hits right here. Yeah. For sure.
So you got a video for Too Real on the way. Is that on the new project?
I ain't dropped that one yet. That one on SoundCloud. I had dropped that one like kind of like, yeah, when I first started, just on SoundCloud before I had all my distribution and all that together. So, but that video, yeah, that video on the way and that song dropping on all platforms real soon. Too Real, for sure.
Will there be any features on this one or are you rolling solo again?
This ain't gonna have no features on this one. But from here on out, though, yeah, the next project I drop will have features on it for sure.
Okay. All right. So what's the next single you plan to drop?
The next single I'm dropping is that Want Me to Fall, and I got that one up there when I was in Raleigh up there with DJ Scooby. He engineered that one for me, and yeah, I'm gonna give you a little bit of snippet of that though. I said I feel like they want me to fall. Ain't no basket, but I got a ball. And it seemed like they want me to fall. But you know that I gotta stand tall. You know I ride or die for my dogs. If you play, we gonna put you on pause. Yeah, I stay with the stick in my drawers. Too many plays got me missing no calls. So yeah, that's on the way, for sure.
Okay.
And that's called Want Me to Fall right there, because I told you, like, it's a lot of hatred around the city. So yeah, a lot of people, they praying on my downfall, no cap, for sure.
All right, so 827 Boys. That's the label, that's the brand?
Yeah, that's the gang. 827 Boys, man. They already know what it is. Rest in peace, Bugatti. That's one of my friends, one of me and my brother friends that we had when we was growing up. I say around what year? 2017. We were staying with him, Steve Bugatti. We were staying in his apartment with him. And then it's like, that was like around the time when I first started making music too. So like when I was thinking of all this stuff, or like what I'm gonna name my YouTube channel, what's gonna be the brand name, we all came up with that. Me, my bro, and rest in peace Bugatti, yeah. He had an impact on that. And we ended up coming up with 827 Boys. That's the gang, that's the label, that's all that. 827 Boys, ENT, 827 Boys merch on the way. Yeah, all that.
Sure. All right, so what else you working on? What else is coming up for you?
I got that Kingpin King project on the way. That's dropping next month. And then I got that Too Real video. And I'm definitely I'm about to start learning more of the business side and get all my marketing and all that. Yeah, definitely keep on networking and meeting as much new people as I can, expanding my area just out of North Carolina, all of that. And definitely got a lot of work on the way. Just stay tuned to Lil Kingpin everywhere.
Sure. All right, any last words or shout outs before we wrap it up?
Yeah, shout out 827 Boys. Shout out to my family back home, with the whole fam. Bob, Dad, sister, bro, KJ, Ed, everybody. The whole Buck. Shout out the Buck. Shout out the Buck. Shout out 910. Shout out Fayetteville. Shout out NC. Shout out Dirty Glove for having me today. Shout out my fans for supporting me. Without y'all, I wouldn't keep on going with this, honestly. Y'all motivate me too, y'all know that.
Gotta keep my 9. I stay with them millimeters, shoot him in the spine. If he move a centimeter, gave my brother time. Now he hyperventilating.